Hey everyone, SW Nation here, and welcome back to a brand new Arrowverse video here on the channel. I like to stop and take the time to rank every Team Supergirl member, ranked from the worst to the best. Please note that everything that I will say in this video is just my very own opinion. My list is certainly not the right list, it is just my list, and you are free to comment down below your ranking of every Team Supergirl member ranked from the worst to the best, just like me, or you could just do your favorite. Like, comment, and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into the ranking. Kicking off my list at number 15, we have Kelly Olsen. Who is this character? Who is this character and where did she come from? I have no idea. I think she just came into the show in season 5 and she's already a big part to play in Team Supergirl. I guess she helped out Lena Luthor and helped with Leviathan and everything like that. But as far as that, all I know her as just Jimmy Olsen's sister and the girlfriend of Alex. At number 14, we have Lois Lane. Now, we have not seen much of Lois Lane, only in the crossover events, and really, I gotta say, maybe I'm digging this Lois Lane a little bit. Honestly, I'm actually more faithful to the DCEU and the Smallville version of Lois Lane, but I also want to see more of this character because, frankly, she does have a lot of potential, and I can't wait to see her more in Superman and Lois. Coming in at number 13, we have Lucy Lane. It's crazy how Lucy and Lois are actually sisters in this universe because Lucy looks 10 times better. Like, Lucy is very pretty. She's super hot. But at the same time, though, I really don't remember much about her character, only the fact that she has a lot of history with Jimmy Olsen, and she was captain of the DEO in the earlier seasons of Supergirl. But after that, we have not seen much of her, and I really want to see more of her, and I wish we see more of her in Superman and Lois, so then we can actually see those sisters interact with each other. At number 12, we have Alura Zor-El. Now, I think Alura Zor-El is actually a fine character. I remember this actress, and I can't land my finger on where I remember this actress from. But all in all, I think that Alura is a fine character. I kind of wish that she stayed dead, though, but then again, that kind of helped move Supergirl's character forward. And I also kind of like Supergirl having her own mother inside of the show, helping her out in different battles. And plus, Alura Zor-El was very prominent in that battle with the Reigns. So that's why I have her higher on the list. At number 11, we have Ms. Martian. Now, when she first got revealed, I was actually pretty hyped for her character. And then they revealed that she's actually a white Martian, and then they just kind of lost me with that. Though I do like a little bit more of her character development, and I also love the fact that she did return in season 5. I just wish we could have just got the original Miss Martian and have her be the last woman of Mars. But just like Martian Manhunter, her character design is very cool. Before I get into my top 10, I'd like to take the time to say that if you are a fan of the Arrowverse, which you probably are, that's why you're watching this video. Click that playlist up above for everything Arrowverse related that I have on my channel. Also, if you are a fan of the MCU, I am doing an MCU rewatch on my podcast. It's called The Regular Podcast, and that link is always in the description and in the comment section, and we will be uploading Ant-Man on Monday. So without further ado, let's get into my top 10. Actually, coming in at an honorable mention, I have to put Maggie Sawyer in here. At the time of this recording, I had already finished the entire video, and then I forgot that Maggie Sawyer was a part of Team Supergirl, so I had to add her in last minute, but I'm going to add her in as an honorable mention so I don't have to re-record the entire thing. Honestly, Maggie Sawyer was a cool character when she was inside of the show. She kind of worked back and forth with Alex a little bit. They had a lot of similarities, and I just liked their little relationship that they had. But then again, Maggie was kind of bossy and just wanted to push her agenda forward, and I guess Alex just wasn't all for that. Kicking off my top 10 list, we have Jimmy Olsen, otherwise known as Guardian, and I don't know why he wanted to become a superhero. I guess he wanted to feel powerful, but at the same time, though, he was already helping out Supergirl in the beginning seasons, and I think he was already helping out Superman before Supergirl even got on the scene. So I really feel like he had a major part to play, but I guess they just did not know what to do with this Jimmy Olsen character, which is the reason why they kind of wrote him out of the show in season 5. I don't remember the reason why he left. I have not seen any Supergirl episodes since Supergirl ended, but I do know that he did turn into the Guardian because I guess he just felt helpless in a team filled with superpowers and he wanted to help out also. But Jimmy Olsen, yeah, he's a cool character. I like the actor that they cast for him, though Jimmy Olsen in the comics is kind of like a nerdy, geeky, orange-haired white kid, and this show, he's more of a tall, hunky black guy. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, the black guy is handsome, but I kind of wish that we would have got more of that comic accurate Jimmy Olsen, but I guess this worked better for the show that they were going for. At number 9, we have Dreamer. Now, Dreamer is actually the one character that I never thought that what I would have in my top 10, but she actually kind of proved me wrong. This is one of those characters that did not get introduced out of the blue for me, because at the same time, I did not really pay attention to season 4 of Supergirl that much, but I did see it when Nia Null was introduced. I didn't know that she had powers though until I saw her, I think, in the finale or in some episodes with the suit on. And one of the things that I really love about Nia Null's character is that they treat her like a character. In Supergirl primarily, and also the entire Arrowverse, there are lots of LGBTQ rights and LGBTQ characters and actors and themes that actually don't really propel the shows or the entire universe up. It only just brings it down for me because they sacrifice story in the sake of making every character LGBTQ plus inside of that community. But I think one of the things that make Nia Null so great is that they don't linger on the transgender parts of her. Yes, she is a transgender, and yes, the actress that plays her is a transgender as well, but at the same time, they don't really linger on that, and they don't really sacrifice a story because she has a 3D backstory. She has character development that just makes me love her character a lot more. Coming in at number 8 for me has got to go to Superman. Now, I kind of love this version of Superman mainly because he just looks so good. I mean, come on, he has the smile, he has the quirkiness, he just has the lighthearted tone of a Superman that you want to hang out with, and he just seems like a cool dude, honestly. But the only reason why he's lower on my list is because he's lower in Supergirl. In the show Supergirl, Supergirl is actually propelled upwards by keeping Superman down. And one of the things that I really love about the first season is that she doesn't try to live up to her cousin, and she doesn't want to be like her cousin. Her cousin is his own thing. She wants to be her own thing. But in the later seasons, when CW acquired the show, they wanted to make Superman inside of the show, and then they push him down. Why would you have Superman inside of the show if you just want to push him down even more? At the same time, though, we are getting his own TV show, and I can't wait to see how that turns out with him and Lois. Coming in at number 7, we have Mon-El. Mon-El he's okay. I mean, I would put him higher than Superman and Dreamer because of the fact that he got cooler after season 2. I mean, in season 2, he was kind of a New Hope Luke. He was kind of whiny and stuff like that, and also kind of arrogant. Not really one of the best characters inside of Supergirl at that moment. But then when we get into season 3, he becomes one of the coolest characters ever, with one of the coolest suits, and it just amazes me how they actually just made this character more interesting in his own right because of the fact that he's been away for like 7 years, and then he just comes back from the future, and he's totally different now. He is matured now, and it makes sense. It makes sense why he would be more mature now. So I think that's one of the reasons why I kind of resonate with his character just a little bit more. And also the actor Chris Wood is marrying Melissa Benoist. I think he's already married her, and she's having his baby. So, I mean, didn't Mon-El and Kara date in the show? I forgot already. Coming in at number 6 for me has got to go to Brainy at 5, or Brainy. Now, I think Brainy came into the show into season 3, and in season 4, he really didn't do much for me. I didn't really see him do much because he was just mainly at the DEO, calculating stuff. And then in season 5, I think post-Crisis, I think that's when he got more of the spotlight because of the stuff that was going on with the Brainies. And because of Crisis, there are no different Earths now. There's just one singular Earth. So all the Brainies are kind of, clashing together. And it makes for a nice little character arc for him. And I think one of the things that I really love about Brainy now is that he didn't get cooler until season 5 also for me. And when he starts getting cooler for me, they kill him off. I find that fascinating, and I kind of find that hard to believe that he actually died. I think he's going to come back into season 6 because I think the actor even confirmed that their working dates are in September. But then again, I don't know. I also like this guy's acting. and his face. Got a nice acting face. Kicking off my top 5 list has got to go to Winn Schott. Now, Winn Schott is actually the equivalent to Cisco, and actually is the Supergirl version of Cisco. I think so. But if Cisco was less annoying, I find Winn Schott to be really cool. I mean, he didn't get cool until season 5. But I think he was always pretty interesting to me in the earlier seasons because he had that humor side, but also he had that dark side to him, that he also had like a dark past with his father and his relationship with his father. And it just makes for a big character arc that you just love to see for this type of character. And also, he's just not the comedic relief. He actually has something to do inside of the team, and he's just like us. He's the everyman. He's the nerd. He's the geek that actually just stumbled upon this world filled with superheroes. So, yeah, equivalent to Cisco, but better. Coming in at number 4, we have Alex Danvers. Now, this is actually one of the characters that they really sacrifice her story by adding in the gay rights. Now, the gay rights is not a bad thing, essentially. It's just the fact that I really, really hated when they sacrifice story and character development just to make somebody gay. Now, I understand it. Yeah, I think Alex being gay is a nice conflict. It shows that, yes, her mom and her actually has history together because of the fact that she chose to go down this path in her life. But at the same time, though, in every season, you don't have to have some type of love thing or some type of relationship going on with Alex and some other girl. Like, it doesn't need to go down that way. She doesn't need to be in a relationship because this is not her show. This is a Supergirl show. Come on. But at the same time, though, since she is in the Supergirl show and that she is Supergirl's sister, I find her a lot interesting because of the fact that she has so much jealousy behind her and Kara. Like, she is truly jealous of Kara and she wants to be that powerful, but she can't admit it because she wants Kara to be the best hero that she can be. So she sacrifices her own happiness to make Kara feel happy, and I feel like that's something that big sisters, actually big siblings, should do as well, and she is the ultimate big sibling. Kicking off my top 3 list has got to go to Lena Luthor. She is just one of the characters that I love to see on screen. I don't think in every scene that she's in, I wasn't paying attention. I have to pay attention to every scene that she's in because she's just such a good person. She has no evil drop of blood inside of her body. She is honestly a good person. And one of those reasons that I think she is a great person is the fact that she will do anything for her friends. She would do anything for Kara. She has built up this relationship. Actually, the show itself has built up this relationship between Kara and Lena. And when Kara lies to Lena, or when Lena finds out the truth about Supergirl and keeps the secret, you feel that. Or when she's hurt about that secret, you also feel that because of the emotion that Lena portrays on her face at that moment. So they built up this whole big relationship between Kara and Lena, and when something heartbreaking happens to either one of them from each other, it is very heartbreaking to see that. And I think Lena Luthor is one of those characters that you just hate it when she's treated wrong or she's treated badly or disrespectfully because, like I said before, she has no drop of evil ounce in her body. And if she does it out of in an intellectual way, and she never does it out of spite. And I just find her to be one of the cutest, one of the hottest, one of the best characters inside of the Arrowverse. Our runner-up at number 2, we have Martian Manhunter. Now, Martian Manhunter is actually one of those characters that fascinated me when I first watched the first season, which was the first Arrowverse show I ever watched. And it was kind of interesting because every time he was on screen, I would always just stop what I was doing and just look at him on screen because I was like, Martian Manhunter looks so cool. And then throughout the entire show, he's not Martian Manhunter like that. He's barely Martian Manhunter, or he'll just put his 2 fingers on his forehead and just press them against his forehead, and there's nothing coming out of his head. Like, there's no effect. It's just him just standing there. And it's like him with his fingers on his forehead. It's just very weird. But I kind of wish that we get to see more of the CGI Martian Manhunter, because I always thought it was CGI, but sometimes I really wish that it wasn't CGI. But at the same time, though, Martian Manhunter is a good character. I love his backstory because he did have a family, and it's really tragic what happened to him. But I feel like with him not having a big major role inside of the show right now, he has to come in at number 2. But coming in at my number 1 has got to go to Supergirl. You know, no other hero that has their name in the title has ever been lower than 1. And there's a good reason for that, because they are the ones that have the most character arc and the most character development. And Supergirl is no different. I find Melissa Benoist's take on this character just so warm and lovable, and you just want to give Supergirl hugs all the time. I feel like this version of Supergirl is one of the best things that to come out of the show. And I think that's the only reason why I keep coming back to Supergirl. Is not because of the gay rights, not because of it's a Superman / Supergirl show or Superman related show. I find Melissa Benoist's performance very captivating, I should say. I find it very captivating because of the fact that she just plays her so well with this naiveness and this corniness to it, while also just being lovable and warm at the same time. And she's just filled with a whole lot of heart and hope, and she just inspires a lot of people. And it just makes me so happy that we actually have a role model for young girls like Supergirl, someone that is not evil and somebody that does not want to do bad things, but actually someone who inspires hope. And she just brings that to the table. Melissa Benoist herself brings that to the table. So Supergirl has to come in at number 1 because her performance is just so captivating, and I just love to see her on screen. Alright guys, that is it for the ranking. Please know that everything that I said in this video was just my very own opinion. My lists are certainly not the right list. It was just my list, and you're free to comment down below your ranking of every Team Supergirl member ranked from worst to the best, just like me, or you could just do your favorite. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace. I can't land my finger on it. Like, I don't know who this person played as. She looks very familiar. Like, she has a very familiar face. I got it. It's Lois. It's Lois from Smallville. I should have guessed that. I mean, she was in Crisis with Tom Welling, but I should have guessed that she was Lois. Jesus, man. How can I be so dumb? I just finished watching Smallville in January.